Hello everybody and welcome back to my latest video. Sorry it's been a while. I've not really had anything to video. We haven't been anywhere. We had to cancel the trip in February, so I kind of haven't really had anything to video. The caravan has just been sat out here like this, and we haven't been anywhere or done anything since probably the 1st of January time. So I thought today I'd give you a little tour sort of inside the caravan. I want to show you things I do like, things I don't like. Now we've had it and been away in it, and you get to know the different things you didn't think about before that you suddenly have to do or use, or things you didn't think about when you were looking around to buy them, because this is our first caravan, so it is all new. It was new when we were looking around. Anyway, it's quite chilly out here today, so I'm going to get inside and show you around. So as we go in front of us we have the sort of dining area, and then to the left is the seating area. So this is really quite nice. This is the 8-foot wide caravan. I should have said this in the beginning, but the Buccaneer Galera 2017 model. So it's the 8-foot wide one. Yeah, so this is the lounge area. So one thing I did really like was the upholstery. Probably a bit of a woman thing, but it was nice. You know, you go into some caravans and it's not so nice. There's my cup of tea there, but I like the green. It kind of gives it a nice light feel in here. The nice sort of darker wood lockers up the top, and some nice big windows here. So this is all good. I've got no complaints about this, other than the TV aerial socket is here, which means you have to put your telly in the window and obviously run the lead to the socket. The only thing I don't like about that is then when you're sat down watching telly, it blocks your view. So if you're somewhere really nice, like the last place we went to was Longley, and we did have some nice views, it blocks the view, which wasn't too good. So we are thinking about what else we could do, where we could put it. If anyone has any ideas or anything you've done, let us know. I mean, the telly's only small, but it does cover most of the window when it's in the front. But there we are. Okay, so we've got all these drawers down here. These are really handy. We've got our games drawer, kids stuff, that type of thing. And then this pulls out. If I move my drink, I shall show you. So just pull out like that to just extend the table. Then obviously, like in most caravans, put this away, but when you want to make your bed at night, you pull the slats out along the bottom, lie the cushions down, and then you can lie across however you like. And it's a nice big wide caravan, so there's plenty of space. But one thing I don't like is that it's not actually very comfortable at all. Have not had a good night's sleep in the caravan yet, just because I think getting used to it, and it isn't comfortable. So we're gonna have to look for duvets or some type of thing like that to try and make it a bit more comfortable. So the locker space up here, we'll start on the left side. In here you have the CD player. I don't know if you can see, that's a bit dark. CD player, there's the aerial there, and some other bits and bobs. So it kind of, there's a little bit of space in there, but we don't tend to put anything in there. This side, there's a nice space in there. Obviously this is just being stored for a few months now, so there's going to be a few odd bits in lockers that aren't normally there when we go away. Obviously up here we have the speakers, one each side, and then we come across to the lockers on this side. So a little bit of a different layout. You haven't got the shelf in the middle. This is just one big locker, which is handy. And then this one is split in half, but that's fine. Yeah, some good handy space in there. And obviously, I haven't said, but we've got the space under here as well. Now in this side there's a lot of things under here, pipes and loads of other stuff. I won't get into the technical stuff. So there's limited space in there. This side there's a nice big empty space. You can also access it from the outside with the locker outside, so that's all quite handy. So next we will go on to the dining area, and I suppose the kitchen really. Dining area I really like. It's nice and big. We can fit all 4 of us around it quite comfortably really. yeah, really nice. And if you don't want to sit all together down that end, you can just come and sit here. So yeah, nice big space. I still haven't taken all the covers off because I'm so paranoid the kids are going to drop something on it, but they will have to come off eventually. Obviously this can be turned into another double bed. You can drop the table down so it's level and fold the cushions out. There's also some storage under here, but again, under here we have the spare, or the onboard water tank, so that's taken up with that. This one is empty, so you can use that one. So our idea for the telly was to actually try and mount it up here on the sort of bulkhead. There is another TV aerial lead just down the back, and we thought, well, just have to run one along, or obviously go from the front and run a wire along up to a telly and have it up there on the wall, so it's kind of out the way of the view. I mean, we don't really go away to watch telly, but sometimes it's nice, especially when you've got the kids and everything else. What else have we got? We've got 3 more lockers up here. So again, there's one split in half. There's the spare curtains there. If you had guests in the double bed, you can have the curtain around. Another big empty locker. Plenty of space. There's lots and lots of space, which is really good. Really nice and handy. We haven't run out of space or anything like that. So it's been great. We also have, which I really like, are these kind of little reading lights, I call them. And you can turn them around where you want, turn them on or off, so you can only have one on, or we can have them all on. And I tend to sit here and read my book with the light on, which is quite good and handy. And there's one there, one there, one there, and then it's the same down the other side. They're sort of dotted about, which is really handy. Now coming on to the kitchen, my least favourite thing. When we were looking round, obviously it's a very nice caravan. We were sold with all the little things like the underfloor heating and the shower and the lovely fridge and all the lovely things you get. You think, yes, amazing. You don't think about kind of maybe the practical side as much until you're away and you have to use these things, and then it kind of, you get to know what you do and don't like. There's not a lot of kitchen space, as in space to put things like this. This is the only space here apart from this little pull-out drawer, which is rubbish because every time I pull it out somebody wants to go outside and it's in the way with all my things on it. So it's almost in the wrong place because it is just right in the way. And if we've got the dog's down there on the floor, so it's a bit tight on kitchen surface space. You can use the top of the, you know, the hob, the glass comes down, but if you're in the kitchen cooking, you've generally got the hob on, so that's up. So when I wash up, I have to clear everything, wash up, put everything to drain on the side, dry it up and put it away. It's just quite cramped. I would have liked some more kitchen space. Some caravans also have a worktop on the other side, which I can imagine is quite handy. It's the only thing that kind of is annoying when you're cooking. Another pointless thing, really gimmicky, is the cocktail cabinet. Now I'm sorry, I think it's a bit dark in here, but I'm trying my best to kind of show you. So the cocktail cabinet, for one, is right above the hob and the oven. When you're cooking, the steam rises up and it steams everything up. So even if you do have something nice and pretty in there, you can't see it if you're cooking, and the light comes on in there anyway. And I don't know, cocktails, you have to empty it anyway when you're travelling along. Please remove all items from cocktail cabinet before travelling. Pointless, waste of spacey, not really necessary, not a thing for us or me. The wine's normally in the fridge and the gin is hidden in my bag. So yeah, don't know what I think about that. And also in the wrong place. Some of them have them on the corner at the end, and that can kind of looks quite nice, but it's kind of not in the right place for me. There. What else do we have? Okay, so we've got the drawers and the cupboards. There's a nice big cupboard here. We've still got some things in there. So that's a really handy space. I normally put a big box in the bottom with all the dog stuff in there, and it's out of the way. 3 nice handy drawers. Excuse me. Knife and fork drawer. So yeah, knife and fork drawer. Little handy dustbuster, the only time Damien hoovers. Yes, and then we have these cupboards up here. This is where we just put the Oh look, there's a bottle of wine in there. Hang on. So we've got the plates, ketchup, wine. We put cups, food, you know, tea, coffee, all that type of thing up there. Nice big space. And then moving on to the fridge, I suppose. My favourite thing, well, one of my favourite things. It is perfect, nice and big, loads of room, nice big freezer compartment, loads of space in there. We haven't run out of space. It's full up when we go away for a week. Yeah, no complaints about the fridge. And then above it we've got the microwave. So again, no complaints with this. I have used it, works fine. It's in a handy place, the right height for me personally. And then a handy little cupboard at the top where I tend to put bread, bags and other rubbish. So yeah, obviously under the floor we have underfloor heating in here. Another kind of gimmicky thing I wasn't sure about in the beginning. It's really quite nice. Obviously you're walking around and your feet aren't cold, you know, you can feel the warmth. You can definitely feel the lines of where the heat comes through. There's cold and warm patches, but generally no problems at all. It's really quite pleasant. I haven't been in any other caravan to kind of have anything to compare it to, so this is kind of my first impressions, and now we've been away in it, you get a feel for everything. Another thing I like is this big sort of I don't know what you call it really, my mind's gone blank, but this is quite nice, especially when the sun's out, and we've got some nice spotlights up here. They look pretty when they're on. So we will move on to, I'll just show you this cupboard. This is our I haven't got the lights on, just a general wardrobe cupboard, quite dark in there, so I'm not sure how much we'll be able to see. We put in here, the TV is obviously in there. What else was in there? We hang our coats if they're not wet, coats and things like that. More dog stuff storage space. They seem to have a lot of dog stuff. Okay, and mind the mess at the back. That's part of our awning and a bit of the carpet there. But what we do have is the seat at the back, a little footstool here, and then here on the wall there is normally a table, just a small table. I've taken it down. This is another area I'm not too sure about. It almost seems like a waste of space, like they didn't really know what to do, or maybe they were trying to make a kid-friendly area, but it's not as kid-friendly, or as you know, they want to sit with us all the time. They don't want to come down here, not yet anyway. The table kind of seems in the way, so I took the table down. What would have been nice is for it to maybe come out at an angle in some caravans and have a bigger bathroom sort of in the corner. We'll get into that in a minute, but it's nice to have a seat there. It's not the most comfortable, there's not really a back to it as such, and you're sat right by the window with the curtains behind you. This area doesn't really get used. I use it as more of a dressing table type area without the table, because there's a socket down there, there's a great mirror on the wall, which is great, so I get ready here in the morning. But other than that, I don't think anyone else has sat here. Yeah, so that's a kind of another, unsure about that one. But above it there's a nice big window you can open up there, lets lots of light in, so it's great. And obviously here we've got the kids' bunk beds here, so please excuse all the bedding chucked on there, but now these are great. We did have a little issue in that the youngest daughter fell out the bed one night, and we woke up wondering what was going on, so we've had to sort of makeshift this bit of wood as sort of it's very strong and sturdy in there, but she doesn't fall out now, so that's pretty good. But it kind of felt like it needed that fixed there rather than us shoving it in. Yeah, but obviously up like this at the top, it's all, you know, fixed in, looks nice, there's a space to get in and out. It needed the same thing on the bottom, I think, because even older children, you know, it says you need to be 6, I think, you know, and they still can fall out sometimes. It's quite narrow in there, I suppose. There's a nice window in there, and they also have lights. The kids love it, and the same at the top, a nice open window at the top and the side, and I know you can't see much, and curtains that pull across if they want to. So yeah, and also underneath you can just see the door for another storage cupboard. It can also be accessed from outside as well. We haven't used this. I find that anything I put in these cupboards with the doors outside gets really, really cold, And I do worry if any water does get in, or if we open the door outside and anything falls out that I don't want to fall out, it's going to get wet or dirty. But we don't tend to use it, I suppose, outside. We haven't needed the space yet. So we're going on to my least favourite thing, and that is the bathroom. So hopefully it won't be too dark in here. Now, it's lovely, don't get me wrong. Lovely cupboard, toilet, heated towel rail, which is really good actually. It warms up a treat and dries everything. A lovely cupboard under the sink, nice bit of space, you know, pretty looking sink, nice mirror, great shower. We haven't used it yet, we should use it to test it out. But to be honest, you go to these campsites and the toilet blocks, I mean, they're great really. Not what I was expecting at all. It's the one thing I was really worried about. But we went to Longley and the shower cubicle had a heated floor, so you can't really complain about that. So we used them instead. But I haven't really used this to obviously, you know, test space or time or how long you can actually have a shower or anything like that. Obviously it looks you know, good to look at and everything, fits in with the decor and everything like that. But what I don't like is the very narrow, limited space. So you squeeze in, just to sit on the toilet, you have to squeeze your knees in to shut the door, squeeze in, don't put your arms out, you'll whack your arm. There's very limited space. I find if I want to wash my face, the sink is the most awkward shape ever. Trying to get your hands in to wash your face and not getting water all down the back where you can't even really reach to clean it up, and water everywhere else. It's kind of feels like a faff. I don't know if that's what all caravans are like. Is this just this type of style of sink? I don't know, but I kind of don't get on with it. You have to clean your teeth and wash your face or whatever, but the sink for me is just not quite right. Or just the space, which is why I was saying if it was a nice big corner sort of shower room, rather than having what I think is a waste of space out there, you could have a lot bigger space in here for a sink, you know, to walk around. It would just be a bit better, I think, in my opinion. That's the only thing I don't like. I don't like the bathroom, like the space. I mean, lovely space in the cupboards. And this one, you know, it's great. And the same under the sink. Can't complain about storage cupboards and things like that, because it is great. But trying to wash your face without hitting you through the wall, yeah, I don't know. Not sure how I feel about that. Just would have been a lot nicer. See, I've got to squeeze out now. If this was just one whole sort of big triangle bathroom, I think it would have made it a lot nicer. Especially being a family caravan, you need the bathroom space, especially with kids. So yeah, only little sort of niggle. So worktop space and space in the bathroom. But maybe that's just me. I'm asking for too much in a caravan, because it is a caravan. It's luxury camping, I suppose. We've never done this before. This is our first experience of having a caravan. Didn't know what to expect, you know, all those type of things. So it's a learning curve, and we know what we do and don't like now for when we kind of buy another one in the future, I suppose. And the more you go out in them and camp in them, the more you get to know these things. So I hope you liked this video. Sorry, I am here half dressed in my pyjamas. I didn't really want to video myself today because I'm feeling a bit off. We are going away in April for a few days. We're going down to Torquay. So I really enjoy doing the vlogging, showing you the campsites, where we go, what we get up to. You don't really seem to like those videos as much, but please let me know what you would like to see. It's a while until we go away. If you want me to show you a specific thing in the caravan, please let me know. If anyone else has bought this caravan, please share your experience and what you think, where you've been. It's great to see other people's videos of their caravan and where they go and what they do, and we've got loads of ideas from lots of other people about different things, so it's great. I've been talking a lot, so I feel a little bit out of breath, so I might sit here and drink my tea, and I'll see you again soon, hopefully. it won't be so long until the next video. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed it anyway. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you soon.